We would like to welcome you to the 4th issue of the Gorram Nerd Hour with myself, Brian Smith, and my friend over here, Jacob O'Neill.
That's me.
And today we are coming to you from the Rapture Horror Expo here in downtown Mesa. Beautiful downtown Mesa.
And we have a very special guest today, Mr. Bill Oberst.
Mr. Bill Oberst, yes.
Hey guys, I'm glad to be with you. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for being here, Bill. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Definitely, definitely. Jacob, why don't you give us a little rundown on Bill's career?
All right.
Don't let Jacob do that.
Hey, I have said nothing but flattering remarks about your acting, so
it's true.
I think you're fine there. It's just that some of the movies are questionable.
I know, man.
But no, Bill has starred in such movies as Abraham Lincoln versus Zombies. He had a small part in Nude Nuns with Big Guns, and
That's a classic, right? Right, Bill?
Yeah.
That's classic.
It's a classic of exploitation cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And then what was it, the Lollipop Killer? Is that what it's called?
TakeThisLollipop.com.
Take
We won an Emmy in June. That's the most popular Facebook application of all time, and I'm the creepy Facebook stalker.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely hang your hat on that. That's good stuff, man. Okay.
And
okay.
you have an upcoming feature as well that we saw the trailer for.
Yeah, it's
What was
called Children of Sorrow. It's a film by Jordan McClure, who did Rogue River with Bill Moseley, and it's about a cult leader in the desert, and it might actually be good. I warn you, it might actually be good. Look, when you're a working actor, you take the roles as they come, and really more than a great project, you're looking for a great role.
Right.
Yeah. So
right, I get you.
I might do questionable movies, but I try to be unquestionable in them.
Well, that actually leads us right into our review that we're going to be doing today, and it's great that you're here for it, because we will be reviewing Abraham Lincoln versus Zombies.
And I look forward to that because I never get to do that. You're supposed to stay neutral when you're an actor.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But today we're here in downtown Mesa, Arizona, so I decided not to be neutral, so have at it.
All right. Well, first of all, Abraham Lincoln versus Zombies was an asylum project, and they're most known for their mockbusters.
Right, they're mockbusters. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like Paranormal Entity and
Transmorphers. Yes.
Yeah. Stuff like that. So
didn't they do didn't they do a day that the Earth stood still mock too?
The day the Earth stopped.
Yes. Yeah, that was what it was. And then they also did
Shane Van Dyke, Dick's grandson, has been involved in a lot of them.
Yeah.
He has. He directed me in one of them, and his brother, Carrie Van Dyke, was in it also.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Nice.
Dick Van Dyke has not done an asylum film yet that I know of. Dick, why haven't you done an asylum film?
Yeah, call him out for it.
Yeah, let's call out Dick Van Dyke. That's always positive.
Yeah, maybe he could even pull in Mary Tyler Moore.
Jake Busey's done an asylum film. He's right out here on the floor.
Yeah.
That's Mm-hmm.
Erin Marie Hogan has a booth next to me. She's done an asylum.
Yeah, she was
film.
in Paranormal. Yeah.
Why haven't you guys done your asylum film yet?
Hey,
we could.
We could write something like that.
We could
really
definitely
easily.
write something for them.
Yeah, they'd probably buy it.
And in 4 months, it would be out.
Like,
it would be on the sea. That's the great thing about asylum. People say, you're not making art, you're making movies. They make a movie, 4 months later, it's out, it's on IMDb, people can actually buy it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movies in L.A. sitting on people's hard drives, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and actually start off with the review. Now, first of all, the movie obviously was sort of taking a cue from Abraham Lincoln's Vampire Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, I can't remember the actor's name, but the guy that played Wilkinson, a.k.a. John Wilkes Booth, was in some sort of promo even for Abraham Lincoln's Vampire Hunter, playing John Wilkes Booth in that.
For the book, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, they did a book trailer with an incredible-looking Lincoln. And the John Wilkes Booth character in that was Jason Vale, who's the actor who also played the John Wilkes Booth character in Lincoln versus Zombies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting bit of trivia there. Definitely.
Now,
Definitely.
His name was John Wilkinson in Abraham Lincoln versus Zombies.
Right.
And he gave you no clues that he was actually John Wilkes Booth, except that he looked like him. He had the mustache. He said he was from a family of actors. He said he was an actor, and he really hated the president.
Right, that's no clue. Yeah.
And he had
no idea.
Southern sympathies because when Stonewall Jackson, he was like, "You let General Jackson die." But Abe never got a clue.
Right, no, of course not. Of course not, because we all know that Abraham Lincoln was, I guess, an idiot.
And a badass.
Yeah, and a badass. That's right. That's right. He killed his own mother.
It wasn't in cold blood. If you kill a zombie, is it murder? I go through this all the time.
Well, no, I'd say no.
I'd say no.
I would say no because they're already dead. You can't kill the dead, right?
But if they're just zombies like in your movie where they were just sleeping, it seems kind of cruel.
Those weren't zombies. Those were... It was like decapitating kittens. That's what it felt like because they were just standing there. And it was like, dude, I really don't want to cut off your head with this scythe, but I have to. Because they weren't allowed to be aggressive. It was a creative choice that was made, was that they were just going to kind of lumber around.
Right, because that's what zombies do, right?
Why? If I'm coming back from the dead, why am I just going to lumber? Don't I want to, like...
Yeah.
Well, you're probably tired. You got
then why did I get up?
Yeah, you know.
Why did I get up, Brian? Why don't I just stay
know.
dead? If I'm going to get up from the dead, then why the hell can't I, like, tear shit up or try to get into shit or knock people down or do stuff?
You don't want to sleep the sleep of the dead when you're the undead.
That's right.
So.
No.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
How exciting would The Walking Dead be if they were instead the sleeping dead?
Oh my
The
God.
slumbering
Actually,
dead.
that's kind of what season 2 was.
Yeah. It's... Woo. You're right, though.
No, it was. It was definitely a more docile season
But
than the
boy,
first.
that first season, the mass zombie scene,
my God,
you can't
right?
beat that.
Yeah,
that
no,
shit was awesome.
I tell you what, that was definitely one of my favorite new shows.
Addie,
for sure.
the girl that's out there, she was the little girl zombie in
Oh, yeah.
the pilot episode.
She was the first zombie that you saw walking around.
She was great. I
She
just
was
got her to
amazing.
sign a picture for me.
Yeah.
She was fantastic.
Yeah, she was. That she
Sorry,
was.
I digress.
So the review here. Let's get back to it. I know Jacob watched it before I did.
Yeah, and Bill's already read my blog review on that.
I think you called it a low-budget crap fest,
Yeah,
which made it sound kind of festive and exciting, as if, hey, come on over. We're having a low-budget crap fest. I'll bring chips. I love that.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't know if you'd want to eat the dip at a crap fest.
well, you know, I tell you what.
On Craigslist, you could find people who would.
That's true.
That's
I'm just saying.
That is true.
At least in L.A.
You know, I watched the film last night actually, and
On purpose?
Yes,
Well,
just
you had to review it.
for you being here. I felt it was a necessity, but I watched it last night, and I had very, very low expectations after speaking with you and talking and reading Jake's blog and talking to Jake about the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, my expectations were about zero, and
Yeah.
I will say this: your performance was it was really good.
Well, thank you. You're very nice.
It was. I'm not just blowing
I
smoke up
copied
your
the
ass.
Disney World Lincoln.
Oh, is that what you really?
The Hall of Presidents Lincoln. I imagined I was in
That's
Spielberg's
not bad.
movie doing the Disney Lincoln.
Nice.
That was my whole performance.
But I was sitting there and I was watching it last night, and I think the first scene that kind of popped out was just how bad the movie really was when I see you acting as Lincoln and your wife in the movie. Her acting ability was questionable at best. So I was going to ask you, who's she related to? I mean, I'm just.
You don't ask an actor about another actor.
I'm just. I don't know, man. It was not good, I guess. But the movie itself, I actually, like Jake said, it was not good.
One of my biggest pet peeves was the fake beard. Not yours.
Which
We're
was
talking
fake.
about, it was General Lee, wasn't it?
Yeah, General Lee.
Yeah.
It was
Lee's
General
beard.
Stonewall Jackson.
Or no, it was Jackson.
Jackson,
Yeah, it was
sorry,
Jackson
yeah.
with the beard.
This is a case of something that happens over and over again. When that beard went on, the makeup artist said, this beard ain't going to fly. The actor looked in the mirror and said, this beard's not going to work. First AD said, I got to go tell the director we got a problem with the beard. Director looked at it and said, I can't shoot this beard. 10 minutes later, it's action. This happens all the time. Everybody knows that we're on a train that's going to wreck, but we keep on driving the train.
Wow.
Well, you kind of have to. Once it starts, you can't really.
Yeah, because they're like,
Unfortunately.
what are we going to do? We got to go. We should have made a better beard decision, but the beard decision has been made. Did we shoot now the entire movie, which will be around in perpetuity, in digital form, with this beard, or not? Yes, we shoot it.
Yeah, because your beard looked fine.
Yeah, no,
I
your
didn't
beard
have
looked
an
good.
issue with yours
Yeah.
at all.
Mhm.
Brian said that he was a little distracted by the mole.
The mole, which kept moving, depending on who did the makeup, and changing in size and shape and color.
Yeah.
And there's one scene where it looked like a wad of chewing gum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's a low budget movie. When I was a kid, we used to rent movies like My Bloody Valentine,
Oh yeah.
and we'd tear them apart,
Right.
and it was the fun of it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I
It
know-
really was, because normally what we usually do is 80s movies most of the time.
Yeah.
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 In fact, like last week we talked about Chud, which
Oh God.
Brian really didn't seem to like that one very much.
Well, that was actually my favorite of the three that you've made me watch. Not saying much there.
Oh come on, Night of the Creeps is so much better.
No, dude. No, it's not. It really isn't. That movie was bad, dude.
I thought Lincoln vs. Zombies would have made a really good 70-minute movie.
Okay.
You know, if you
It did. It felt. It dragged a little bit.
And in the director's defense, the original script called for things like Gatling guns, these huge set pieces, mowing down zombies with machine guns, which were brand new then, and none of that happened because of the budget. So
Right.
what you're left with, us going out with rakes and hoes to fight zombies multiple times, because you got to fill the time, because you can't have a 70-minute movie, unfortunately. But why can't you have a 70-minute movie? If people are watching their movies on iPods, why can't they be any length?
DC actually makes their animated films usually at about 70 minutes.
It's
They're
good
still
for me.
considered features.
Yeah.
Heck, even the Mystery Science Theater 3000 theatrical film that
Yeah.
they did was 70 minutes, which is shorter than one of their episodes.
I'm totally
Yep.
fine with a 70-minute movie. I feel like I got it. Don't add the 20 minutes and just bore me, you know?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, I
could-
feel you
could
on
see
that.
movie could have been a lot better had it been a little bit shorter. You know, like
Most things in life can be
5
better
minutes
if
of
they were.
credits at the
Yeah.
beginning, at the end, and then like 5 minutes in the middle. That should have been fine.
Yeah.
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 That's
Oh.
wow.
And I will tell you that it's really hard to run in elevator shoes because your feet are literally at a 90-degree angle.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so, yeah, you're running on your toes.
So like
Which
a ballerina.
That's-
It could be really attractive if the right woman did it, but it's just not when it's a creepy guy.
When it's a creepy guy.
Now, as far as the, I don't think that anybody's really going to mind so much if we spoil the ending, but the ending of the movie when you discover that Wilkinson was John Wilkes Booth, and
Yes.
you know, then when Lincoln ends up getting bit by the whore that he used to be in love with,
Yes.
His ex-girlfriend. We'll call her his ex-girlfriend. How about
yeah,
that?
whatever.
Yeah.
And which I don't understand why he would keep her after he was like insisting that the entire thing get eradicated. But
He
that's
loved
neither
her.
here nor there.
Right.
So what?
You do crazy things for love, Jake. I know you've forgotten that, but you know.
Haven't you ever had anybody who you love so much that if they turned into one of the Walking Undead, you'd lock them in a barn? It's because
No.
you loved them.
No,
You're cold, man.
no, I've just shut off that ability to love.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. That's harsh.
But what I wondered was, okay, so he goes in at the end, and there she is. She's locked up, and he cleans her wounds, and she scratches him. Has this never happened before? Has she never scratched him before? I thought he was
Yeah,
an
that
expert
seems
on the
normal.
plague. He doesn't realize how dangerous this is?
Right. Well, you know, love makes you do silly things.
I guess.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then I actually kind of liked the idea that Lincoln ends up sending this letter over to John Wilkes Booth and
Yeah.
basically tells him to meet him at the theater and shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was kind of an interesting idea. Like the ending kind of made up for some of the other stuff in the film.
It was a clever twist. The guy who wrote it, Richard Shinkman, and directed it, the script was really good. It was an alternate history script.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautifully done, and for $1.2 million, you could have made it into a really good, summer tentpole movie. It was great alternate history, Harry Turtleduff kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you throw $150,000 at it, and you get what you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of money, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, movies just cost so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. Yeah, because I know Jake and I talking about the script that we have for the full length was when we started breaking down cost. It's amazing how quickly it adds up.
Yeah.
It really is. So
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, New Guns with Big Guns, I think, came in for a little under 100, and it's made well. I mean, Abraham Lincoln has too. It's made lots of money. It's like it's really weird. Like people will say, "I really hated this movie. It was awful," and I watched it. Which is,
I usually do that about once a week, though.
Yeah.
Not just for the podcast. That's the separate thing.
yeah, Jake, you watch a lot of really
Yeah.
horrible movies.
Well,
You do.
I need palate cleansers.
Yeah, I know. We've
You
had
know?
this conversation.
Yeah, it's basically.
what is
my-
a palate
my idea-
cleansing movie?
Okay.
My idea is that if you're watching, like, say you watch Citizen Kane and Gone with the Wind,
All right.
and then you want to watch another amazing film, something that's like way up there, like North by Northwest,
Yeah.
something like that. Before you do that, you might want to watch a Steven Seagal film. That way, you appreciate that third film better.
It's true.
So, it's one of those things where you just kind of need to cleanse your palate and get back to
Yeah.
being able to watch the good movies and appreciate them without comparing them to the good ones that you just watched.
It's true.
Yeah, and that's kind of the philosophy that I know he's adopted at least, and that means I've adopted it as well. And that's why every Thanksgiving we get
Yes.
drunk and watch Thanksgiving.
do you ever watch for Christmas The Ginger Dead Man? with Jake Busey's brother
yeah.
Gary.
I haven't seen that one actually. I'm
Yeah,
sure
it's
you have.
Ginger Dead Man.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Is it as bad as Thanksgiving?
No, I don't know that there's anything as bad as Thanksgiving.
We have to find a movie worse.
Here's how small a town Hollywood is. So I've got this demon project called Lord Bateman, which may actually be good. And we want to do some concept photos for it. So I needed a head-to-toe body spray paint job to get red before we dump the goo on. So the makeup artist says, well, I can do it for $400 if you come to my house at 4 in the morning before the photo shoot. So I'm at his house at 4 in the morning, half blurry, naked, being painted with this spray gun. And I look up and I see the Ginger Dead Man, like this doll. And I said, what is that? And he goes, oh, I did the puppet for the movie. I said, you did the puppet for the Ginger Dead Man? So I'm standing there looking at the Ginger Dead Man at this dude's house in West Hollywood at 4 in the morning.
Naked.
Cover.
I looked at him for 4 hours. I looked at the Ginger Dead Man. I looked into his eyes and lived to tell.
Wow, that's actually impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But he also thought that the Ginger Dead Man could have been more. That the vision was higher than the execution.
Well, I think that's
that happens a lot.
I was gonna say, yeah, that happens a lot. I think.
I mean, I have this weird affection for Charles Band, productions.
Full Moon.
The Full Moon stuff. I always had a lot of fun watching, but some of them are absolutely terrible, like Killer Bong and things like that. I mean, they're bad movies with no budget whatsoever. Like Killer Bong was shot on video, and I mean, it was amazing that they ever even got like Tommy Chong, but he might have been too high to realize that he was even.
Well,
it's often the case.
Yeah, it's a movie called Killer Bong. I think Chong would.
I think
jump
he just saw
at
the
it.
word bong, and he was like, "Oh, are they going to pay me in pot?"
Right? Yeah, exactly.
You guys got to realize that actors are needy, petty, desperate, pitiful individuals. Every one of us. And so if somebody calls and says, "I wrote this for you," we don't really give a shit about anything except that somebody likes us.
Yeah.
And so we'll go and we'll do the role in the movie, and then only later, when it's worn off, will we think, oh my God, what have I done? But we're very susceptible to being liked.
Gotcha. It makes sense.
You like me, don't you?
Of course we do.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have you here if we didn't.
Thank you.
I've already told you plenty of times. Like I've suffered through some of your movies just because you're good.
I've never received a nicer compliment. Thank you, man. Actually, when I watch some of them too, I'm like scanning through. And I'm going, just get to the me parts to see if there's any clips. What can I use? Actors never read scripts. If you send an actor a script and he tells you it's an amazing, what he means is he searched for his character name.
Right.
That's all we do.
Really?
So the smart directors won't tell you. They'll say, who are you thanking me for? And they'll go like, I don't know, just see what role you like. I'm like, fuck, I got to read the whole script?
That's
great.
That's amazing.
It's true.
Now, as far as because we need to rate Abraham Lincoln versus Zombies.
Mm-hmm. What scale you want to use?
1 to 5.
Just total review.
Usual.
Okay. I'll let you go first today.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 2.
Okay.
I think you might have actually even liked the movie more than I did.
I think I did.
I'm giving it a 2 because of Bill. I probably would have given it a 1 if it was somebody else and that performance had been bad.
You gave Nude Nuns like a half star because of me, I think. You said it would have gotten nothing?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah.
So great.
Yeah, and if you would have been in it more, it probably would have gotten back up to a 2.
I was dead. What could I do?
You could have come back as a zombie.
Zombies fighting nude nuns. Okay,
that's actually a movie I would watch.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would watch it. I would watch that.
Oh, but they bashed your head in.
Yeah, but still, it'd be like the zombie.
Well, as
priest
long as the
thing.
brainstem's still there, he'd be
Yeah, I
fine.
suppose.
So yeah, maybe
there
one eye's
was
falling out.
there was an insert shot which they didn't use, but it was so obvious for that because I'm in bed with the nun prostitute, and they wanted to prove that I was a priest, even though you'd previously seen me in the cassock and you knew I was a priest. So they actually filmed like my clothes neatly folded there with a cross and a Bible propped up like this. And that was the insert shot that was to show that I was the priest. I was really glad they didn't use it. Anyway, sorry, I digress.
So
What's your rating for Lincoln?
I'm gonna give Lincoln a 2 as well.
Wow.
Once again, it's based more, I think, on your performance, because I did enjoy your performance in that. And like I said, I'm not bullshitting here. The movie itself, it drug a little bit. I did like the ending, like Jake said. I thought that was a really interesting thing to do there with Lincoln essentially committing suicide. So yeah, I'll give it a 2, a solid 2. Actually, I'll give it a solid 2, which I think is my normal rating for these movies that we watch.
You gave Chud a 2.5.
I did.
Yeah.
I did give Chud a 2.5, more for nostalgic reasons, but I'll give Abraham Lincoln a 2 as well.
See, honestly, I probably would say that because of your performance in Abraham Lincoln vs. Zombies, I still liked it better than Abraham Lincoln's Vampire Hunter.
Yeah, I didn't care for that one either.
I normally like that director, but that movie was crap.
Well, it was pretty. It was pretty though.
Well, Caleb Deschanel is a great DP.
Yeah.
But as far
beautiful.
as it just.
You need it to look good and be interesting?
Yeah.
Damn you!
I usually prefer.
What?
I don't know.
Otherwise, all you're doing is you're
What
watching.
if you got to choose though? What if you got to choose between?
I just don't like.
What if you want a really good story and really good content, or you want beautiful cinematography? Which are you going to choose? You
the
can't
story
have
and content.
Yeah.
Every
you choose
time.
story and content.
Every single
Me
time.
too.
Clerks
I can
looks
overlook.
like shit, but it's one of my favorite movies.
Exactly.
Which one?
Clerks.
Oh yeah, that's
It
true.
looks awful,
You're
but
right. I guess it wasn't pretty.
no,
not at all.
I mean, it's a horrendous movie in that regard, but it's one of my favorites, all-time favorites.
And it's because of the story and the dialogue, and I mean, even the acting was subpar in that. They got better, especially by the time they made Clerks 2. They knew what they were doing in front of a camera.
Well, and that one was a lot prettier too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, honestly, I would take story and content over style every single time.
Interesting.
Every single time. I feel the same way about my comic books, though.
Mm-hmm.
I take story and content over style every time. So.
Yeah, the artwork can look like crap, but as long as the story's good, it's still worth it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how I've always felt. And I guess it's it's just one of those things where I'd prefer to see a well thought out project than a well storyboarded project. I don't know. I know you feel the same, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can only go so far with making something look pretty. I mean, I hate Michael Bay. I hate the Transformers movies.
They're pretty though.
But they're pretty.
They are. They're really pretty.
They look gorgeous.
But see, that's the deceptiveness about being on set, because you hear this in LA all the time, because everybody's looking at the monitor, everyone wants to go to the monitor, and if the DP says, they spend an hour lighting it and it's framed just right, the DP says, we got it. What they mean is they got the frame.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean you got the movie, but you get the frame.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. And everybody's like, oh, this movie's going to be awesome. It looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Since you're saying it has to have a story, too.
Yeah.
I'm going to take
What's
that
wrong
back
with
with me to L.A.
What's wrong with that? Like, one of my favorite action movies is Die Hard, because it actually was a good movie as well as being a good action
Definitely.
movie.
Yeah, it's true.
It wasn't just a bunch of explosions and people running around and fighting.
Yes.
So, and that's what I always take away from things is, like, if I can see more in it than just the prettiness of it, then I'm happy.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, you throw enough money at something and it's going to look good.
That's right.
You know?
That's very true.
But if it has a shite script, it's not going to be a good movie.
Right.
I kind of feel the same way about Avatar. I thought that movie was absolutely
beautiful,
stunning.
But it was Fern Gully.
It was Fern Gully.
The Smurfs.
Yeah.
It was an event.
With the little Last of the Mohicans thrown in.
Yeah,
Avatar was an event, right?
It was, and I mean, the marketing campaign was phenomenal. They spent a ton of money on it, ton of money on the movie, but the story of that movie has been done to death. Like Jake said, it's Fern Gully with a couple other things, Last of the Mohicans thrown in, and it's just like, or even Last Samurai with the whole thing, and it just
but
it
Edward
felt.
Zwick did a better job with Last Samurai.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
And
I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan.
Yeah, it just feels like. Like I said, you throw enough money at something and it's gonna look good. So it doesn't really take a whole lot of talent.
Plus, with The Last Samurai, though, it kind of had this mixed message of, like, it takes white people to save everyone.
Well, it does take white people to save everyone, though, right? Right,
said Brian.
Yeah.
I want that bold cap.
Nice big bold caps. Yeah.
Declares Brian.
Brian's racism comes to the forefront. No, I'm talking in jest there, but I think a lot of movies give that message, though. Yeah, it's the same thing.
It just seemed a little more prevalent in that one.
Well, I don't know. It's pretty prevalent in Avatar.
It takes a human to save everyone in that. He just happened to be also white.
Well, almost everyone in that movie was white.
Yeah.
You're right.
Just like RoboCop. Yeah, that's right. RoboCop takes place in Detroit.
Yeah.
And there's like 2 black people in the whole movie.
That's right.
Yeah. And one of them's mayor.
No.
Or no, what was he?
One of them was the...
what was he?
The desk sergeant at the police station, and one of them was a criminal. And then they had a couple other ones that were kind of sprinkled in.
Okay. Well, and then it's like the same thing with Paul, was it Verhoeven? You had Starship Troopers,
Yes.
which Jake Busey was in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it starts off, all these people are from Buenos Aires, but they're all blonde-haired, blue-eyed,
right,
white
because
people.
that's what people from Buenos Aires look like.
Well, in the future, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Because, there was mass genocide. You didn't know?
No, I was not aware of the mass genocide that
Oh,
took
okay.
place in the future.
Yeah, well, in Paul Verhoeven's mind, that's what happened.
I'm glad you went into his mind. I would be scared to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awful. Jesus, dude. This
Sorry.
is taking a turn for the darkness. But yeah, no, I mean, so once again, we've decided that substance over style every time, right?
Yes,
That's where we were at.
Although I do love
think-
Paul Verhoeven movies, I will say that.
Yeah, no,
I don't want to talk anything bad about it because I really do. I love his sci-fi films.
Well, and I think
I
that
hate Showgirls, but who doesn't?
I don't know, man. I thought Showgirls was all right when I was 16 and
Yeah,
couldn't
watching
rent
it for-
porn,
Watching
you
it for
know?
the girl from Saved by the Bell getting naked over and over again.
well, and dude, let's be honest here. The sex in the pool scene might have been the hottest sex scene I'd ever seen in a non-pornographic film
At the time.
at the time. Yeah, at the time, because now Pirates is out. But
well, that was actually a porno that was just edited down to R rating.
well, I know, but I watched it as R-rated thanks to Blockbuster, because I was old enough to
When
rent
they still
R-rated
existed.
movies. They're still around.
Barely.
There's that one by the house.
Yeah, which probably
There's a
won't be there.
Blockbuster?
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
No way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's at
Did
least
they miss
one.
that one in the shutdown or something?
I think so.
You know what? Actually, what I saw 2 days ago, I was at the grocery store, and you know how they have the Blockbuster kiosks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore. They shut those down, and they're now all red boxes.
Good.
Redbox Nation.
Yeah, Redbox Nation, dude. It is. I get an email from them on a daily basis. Text the number, get a free rental this weekend. How do you make any money?
That's what I'm wondering. $1.20.
Well, you know what it is. It's that everyone keeps those movies much longer than they should
Oh yeah.
because you forget, and then you
Sure
pay
you do.
$25 for the movie by the time it's all said and
Oh
done.
no, it's more like 50.
No, that's if you have two. Trust me, dude. I've got like 14 of them sitting at home.
He's got a stack.
I've got a stack
by
of
the
Redbox
television
movies because
theaters.
I forget. You know, I
When
rent
my
one.
movies come out on Redbox, I love it because I can, with no hesitation, tell people it's worth the $1.20.
Just don't
You
forget
will-
to return it.
If it's on Amazon,
Of course,
sometimes
they're
it's
probably rushing to take it back. I would think.
sometimes it's if it's streaming on Amazon and you got to pay $5. Sometimes it's dicey, but $1.20, I can guarantee you are getting your value. You are getting your value, and maybe you might get $1.60.
Well, I love this guy.
You
I
might
do.
See, there's something about getting out of LA that makes you be honest. It's a very bullshit town. It's an insular town. It's a stereotypical town. I see what you said about white people, black people. You see it on the breakdowns, the casting breakdowns. I look at them every day, hundreds of them.
Mhm.
If you're black and you're a woman, if you're fat, you're funny. You do the heads, the
Yeah,
hand
yeah,
on the
yeah,
hip
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Unless you're Halle Berry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but she's not really black.
She's half.
Yeah, that's half, dude. That
right.
doesn't
If
count.
you're
That's
half,
different.
that's a completely different stereotype.
Because you can go either way.
Yeah.
A lot of times they'll cast either way, especially if you're Halle Berry.
Heavy white guys are either really funny or they're heavy breathers.
Or they're Italian.
Right.
Right.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah. Then they get just cast as mobsters over and over again.
Yeah.
If you have acne scars, you're a rapist pedophile. There is no rapist pedophile that does not have acne scars.
Well-
If I apply, I know I will get it. I did a rape scene with an actress whose name I probably should not mention because she's kind of well known in horror. It was a piece of crap and it'll never be seen anyway. And then the movie came out, but it completely died. But so it's spousal rape. I'm her estranged husband.
Okay.
But we're doing the deal. And it's we get the sheets up and her top's off, but we both have pants on, so I even have a pillow between us for protection.
Right, just in case.
So I'm like,
Right.
is everything okay? I'm going to take care of you. Here we go. So I start doing the Humpty Dump, and I don't want to go too heavy Debbie, and they cut, and the director says, "How was that for you?" And she says, "I don't think Bill's giving me enough." I was like, bitch, you did not say that in front of the whole crew. You did not. I rocked her for Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Bang that fucking headboard. I probably shouldn't be saying any of this shit. Until the sweat beads popped out. And then the director said, "Were you okay with that?" She said, "Yeah, it's good."
Well, that's all you got out of her after that, huh?
That's it. Cinematographer said, "Should we do a turnaround on Bill?" "No, this scene is all about her repulsion and revulsion of Bill." So yeah, there you go. That's my deal.
Wow.
Oh,
This
that's
has
good.
really been fun. I'm going to go back and talk to Jake Busey again about making bad movies. This
Okay.
has been
Yeah.
awesome.
All right. Well, thank you for coming out, man. We
Yeah,
appreciate
we really
it.
Appreciate you
We
stopping
do.
by.
Wow,
It's
I
very
should
nice
do
of
this.
you.
I should tell the truth more often. Thanks, guys.
Thank you again.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, thank you, Bill. Okay.
So we're good.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, it really was, and yeah, Bill just seems like such an awesome guy. Like the conversations that we've had with him, outside over in the convention hall have just been awesome. He just seems like a genuinely decent guy who kind of understands the business and doesn't take himself seriously.
Right, and
which is great.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, let's be honest here. With the movies that he's been in, I don't know how you could take yourself seriously.
That's true. Yeah.
And that not to diminish his performances in those movies, because he's definitely, you can tell that he gives it his all.
Oh yeah.
And he's good. It's just a shame that he's got that, like he said, the rapist pedophile look, and there aren't more roles for him. I guess maybe we should write a rapist pedophile movie.
No.
You don't want to do that?
No. Maybe we should just talk to him about playing Zombie Phil in Welcome to Deadsville.
That would.
I think he'd blow that out of the park.
Yeah. Okay, we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, cool. So where are we moving on to next, dude? We still got a half an hour here.
Yeah, let's see. What do we got? Well, we could always talk about this whole stupid rumor of, Tom Cruise dating Cameron Diaz and leaving Scientology for love.
Right.
Which is just...
Dude, he wouldn't leave Scientology for his child. I doubt he's going to leave Scientology for Cameron fucking Diaz.
3 failed marriages. The fact that...
Yeah, but the first one got him into Scientology, right?
Yeah, that was Mimi Rogers' fault.
Yeah, fucking bitch.
Yeah, but, then she left it and left him.
Yeah, well, he's fucking batshit crazy, dude.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, I don't think there's any way around that.
I mean, he went from almost being a priest to being an actor to, getting involved in a cult.
Well, how's that any different from being a priest?
Well, that's true.
Okay. Or being an actor, for that matter.
Actually, being in a cult, you don't always have to screw little boys.
Oh, yeah, that is true. That is true. As a priest, that's a prerequisite, right? Like, that's on the checklist for priests. You have to... No?
I think once they actually, give you the collar, it comes with a little boy attached to it.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
A little boy attached to it. And every 2 or 3 years, you get to re-up? Is that what it is?
I'm not quite sure exactly what you mean by that.
You get another. You get a new little boy. You get a new little boy every 2 or 3 years, right?
Well, yeah, because they don't want him too old.
Right, because then they might actually tell on you.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Catholics. I apologize.
Yeah, got nothing against Catholics or the priests that don't do that, if there is any out there.
Dude.
What?
That's harsh.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. No. Okay.
All right, sorry, priest.
No. Okay. So Tom
if you're
Cruise,
listening to this, sorry.
Well, I mean, we talked about Verhoeven, right?
Yes, we did.
And they've got the RoboCop thing coming up.
Oh, good God.
The new suit.
That horrible, horrible new suit.
Yeah, you mean the it's like Iron Man meets Batman without a cape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks nothing like what... I'm not saying that they can't change the costume, because, the costume, I get it. It was big and bulky the first time around.
But it looked fucking awesome.
It really does.
And the gun in the leg thing, that was phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean,
I think of everything in that movie, that's the one thing that actually holds up.
What's funny, though,
was the suit.
You know that teaser trailer that was a commercial for Omni Consumer Products?
Yes.
That they just put out?
Mm-hmm.
They still had the ED-209 looking exactly the same as in the original RoboCop, but they changed the costume, which I would have been, happier with them changing the ED-209.
Right. Yeah. The big.
Yeah. I
mean,
big
thing.
It was an awesome design. The stop motion is very dated now.
Well, yeah. I mean, it looks like shit, dude. Like when it's falling down the
great.
stairs and you can see the cuts in the film, and it was bad. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, redoing the RoboCop outfit is like raping my childhood all over again.
Because it looks like spandex. It doesn't even look like...
No, it looks like a mix of like spandex and Kevlar, which, I mean, dude was like all shot up and they had to replace like his entire body, at least in the original, right? Yeah. And essentially it was just like his mouth and like half of his head that was left, right? And if that's the case, what'd they do? Just shove all of his parts into the spandex costume?
Maybe.
And just kind of, mold it like putty?
Who knows?
I guess.
I don't know, but see, this is the thing that's really bothering me, and I just don't like the fact that every time that they make these remakes, they try and distance themselves so far from the original to the point where it loses all of the stuff that made the original one so much fun.
Like Total Recall.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Like the shirt you're wearing.
Hey, you know what, dude? It was clean.
Yeah. Because that movie was crap.
It was. I mean, well, and you remember, we tried to watch it at the house, and I think we turned it off after like 35 minutes, 45?
We were actually probably about an hour and 15 minutes.
And I cared so little that I didn't even finish it.
Yeah.
I think it's still on my hard drive because I refused to pay for that.
It's bad. And I love Kate Beckinsale, Jessica Biel. I don't have a problem with Colin Farrell. The guy can, pull off a really good performance.
I actually liked him in Fright Night.
Don't even get me started on that one. That one was such a bad remake too.
I know.
I took my dad to go see that because my dad was the one that got me to watch the original Fright Night.
Right.
And I didn't even recognize that it was the same movie.
Yeah, I never saw the original Fright Night. I guess I'm a horrible horror fan. But
yes, you are.
Yeah, I know. But I actually liked the new one. Like, it was okay.
No, it was bad. I was hoping for more too because it was written by Marty Noxon, who was the showrunner of Buffy the Vampire Slayer after Joss Whedon had to step aside because he had too many projects that he was working on.
Yeah, but I never saw Buffy either.
Yeah, which just makes me sad.
I've watched bits and pieces that you made me.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing as far as like the remakes of Paul Verhoeven films.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got Total Recall that already came out and was
right.
shit.
Right.
We've got these images of RoboCop that have hit the net that look like shit.
Right.
And now they're talking about doing a remake of Starship Troopers, which I'm sure is going to be shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, probably. I mean, I don't know. I like Starship Troopers. I don't think it needs to be remade.
They take all the fun and the joy out of a Paul Verhoeven movie and just leave the crap.
Yeah, but they also remove the racism.
We don't need to get back into that.
I'm just saying they do. They make it more PC, which is
I
probably
don't
why
know.
it sucks.
In the remake of Total Recall, were there any black people?
Probably not.
Okay. So
Yeah.
did they remove the racism?
No.
Okay, then. And I bet in the remake of RoboCop, there might be Hispanic people because of the director.
Who's the director?
Jose Padilla. I can't remember the full last name.
So are you saying he's racist?
No, I'm saying that there will be Hispanic people in it because, that's his heritage, so I'm sure he'll probably throw some of those people in.
Oh, it's kind of like the Russians in the, what's his name? Like Anton Yelchin in, or no. The Russian dude in, oh my God, Wanted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the guy from Night Watch and Day
Yeah,
Watch.
yeah.
Which, dude, are they ever going to finish that?
No.
That makes me sad.
No, it's just, it's unfortunate, but...
Those books were so good, though. They really were.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We have somebody else that actually wanted to come up and talk to us here for a minute.
About the upcoming another festival, right? Here in
yes, that is correct.
here in Mesa.
Yeah,
Is that right? Or it's in Phoenix. In Phoenix.
The Dead Inside. You can come on.
Yeah, here.
Come around and have a seat.
Go ahead and click that mic on for me, Jake, and then hand it to him. There you go, boss.
There you go.
Uh huh.
So you're all set.
Who else? Hello.
Do we have another one as well?
We do, but it's not going to stretch out.
Yeah, the mics don't stretch all the way over. Sorry.
We can share this one.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and introduce yourself for us, boss.
So my name is Chris Martin, and I'm a Phoenix area filmmaker myself. And this is
Hi, I'm Cameron Milkins. I'm a writer.
Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
Yes.
thanks. Nice to be
And
here.
thank you for gracing us with your presence here on the show.
It's always fun.
Yeah. You're our second and third official live guests.
Live guests. Yeah, we had the phone interviews last week that we did, and now we've got some more live guests. It's good stuff. Good stuff. We're becoming more professional. It's crazy.
Okay, so what you guys are promoting is the Dead Inside?
Right,
Sorry.
we're here for actually two reasons. One is to promote our film festival in February at Phoenix Center for the Arts.
Okay.
And that's on February 8th, 9th, and 10th. And that's an all-genre film festival. We've got a kind of a bent toward action and horror and exploitation, and
Okay.
but it is an
Okay.
all-genre film festival.
So are you guys going to show nude nuns with big guns?
Haven't heard of it, actually.
Well, Bill Oberst, who was just in here talking to us,
Uh-huh.
he was in it for like the first 10 minutes, and then he died, and then I just didn't care to watch the rest. I did, but I didn't care. So.
And then also we're here to kind of promote awareness about our upcoming web series, which is called The Dead Inside, and it's a web series about a maximum security prison with multiple archetypal criminals in a prison corridor who survive the zombie apocalypse. Basically, thanks to the bars. And,
Yeah.
True to zombie mythos, they're more of a danger to each other than
Of course.
Of course.
That's what
Yeah.
makes good zombie film,
Right.
good zombie television is it's more about the human element than the actual
Exactly,
zombie.
because I mean, zombies are kind of one-dimensional.
Right,
You know.
right. Yeah, that's true. So, and then we have 4 writers who have taken a number of episodes. They're working together. I think they've been working on it for almost several months, 4 or 5 months now.
Okay.
It's a 12-episode web series, and we're gonna build a film set inside a warehouse, and
Oh, nice.
that'll start filming sometime around March of
And that's all here in Phoenix?
Yeah, here in
Okay,
Phoenix.
very cool.
Oh, wow.
Very cool.
2013.
All right, now how long do you guys figure the webisodes are going to be?
20 to 25 minutes per episode.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
So it's pretty ambitious.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be just like a short little like 5-10 minute thing. It's going to pretty much be like a full half-hour episode of a show.
Right.
Like
yeah.
Minus the commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which
Okay.
I think at this point is what, at 21 minutes for every half an hour? 9
21
minutes
to
of.
21 and a half.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so
That-
fucked up.
That's probably where we're gonna come in at.
Yeah. There
Especially
you go.
considering that 10 to 15 years ago, it was still like 24 minutes.
Right, but you know, you need all those commercials because, yeah, it's good
The
stuff.
advertisers need to be able to pay the actors $1 million an episode. So,
Yeah, thank you, Seinfeld.
yeah. Actually, it started with Ted Danson.
Oh, with Cheers.
Yeah, with Cheers.
Yeah, with Cheers. Cheers, yeah. Because
Oh.
3 Men and a Baby was such a phenomenal film.
Cheers was the biggest thing on television. For
I
years.
know. I know.
All right. So,
I know. Anyway.
as far as like, are you also a writer on it?
I'm one of the writers. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And you're going to be directing episodes of it as well? Or
Yeah, I'm the director for
Okay.
the web series.
the whole thing, or is there other directors that are coming in?
No, it's just me. It'll be a third project for me.
Okay.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. So, how
But-
many episodes are you guys doing?
12.
12. Oh, so it's
Yeah.
going to be like a series essentially. Okay.
Yeah, so it's we've got each of the archetypal criminals, and each episode is kind of a one criminal-centric episode.
Okay, but it's got a tie-in story for all 12 episodes,
yeah, with
though.
flashback episodes, kind of modeled on like Lost.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
Where
Okay.
everybody kind of intersects with each other,
Right,
and
that kind
all
of
that
deal.
kind of stuff. And,
Very
and then you
cool.
got the flashbacks. That's cool.
Yeah.
And of course, we love zombies. So.
We do love zombies.
Yes.
That is true. That is
I mean,
true.
who doesn't love zombies?
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I think at this point, that everyone loves zombies, right?
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't really like them, you still have to love them.
I suppose during the zombie apocalypse, like if and when that ever happens, you're probably not going to love zombies. But
There's no
right
if.
now we
There's
can.
there's no if there, bud. It's gonna happen.
I'm just trying to stay diplomatic.
No, because I mean, even the kid from.
I don't want to offend any more people. I've already talked about priests and.
Yeah, we talked about
racism.
racism. Yeah,
so,
that's true.
I want to try and keep it somewhat diplomatic.
But no, I mean, you got to
I
think
don't
even.
want to offend the people that believe that the zombie apocalypse is going to happen.
Well, even Half Sack
Don't.
from Sons of Anarchy had his issues last week.
Yeah.
Now that he's laying on a sidewalk
The
somewhere.
whole bath salts thing.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's Smiles is the new drug, right?
Mhm.
And so that's it's going to storm the nation. Thank you for that, chemists.
We did a little research online about some of the web series that are out there, zombie web series, and it seems like even kind of the worst content out there has got 50 to 100,000 views on it.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah, at this point, dude, anything zombies is going to get you
Yeah.
you play.
Right.
You know, it is.
They've bumped vampires and werewolves out of the way.
Oh, they have. Yeah, I would agree with you.
Unfortunately, except for Twilight and the Vampire Diaries, which are still going strong.
Well, and
So,
you've got the whole Sookie Stackhouse thing,
Yeah, I don't like to talk about that.
also known
Zombies
as.
don't sparkle, right?
Well, no, agreed. But no, you got the whole Sookie thing with
True
the
Blood
porn.
thing is just it's just like
It's-
an hour-long orgy on HBO every week, which I just don't.
Well, and they had that show. What was it's just like Real Sex version 2, right?
Yeah.
That's what we've
it's,
got there.
It's real sex with actors you recognize.
Yeah, but Anna Paquin gets naked.
That's what I'm saying.
And she's
It's real sex with
she's-
actors you recognize.
yeah, she's really hot,
Can't go
Yeah.
wrong there.
right? And actually, isn't she an Academy Award-winning actress?
Yes, she went to the piano when she was a child.
Right, she was 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now you
but
get to see
I
her
like the
boobs.
redhead.
The redhead.
Oh my God. She's
Which
hot.
one's the redhead?
She was the one that Bill turned in like the beginning of season 2 or whatever, and then basically had to become like her mentor.
Oh, right. Okay,
She's
I got you.
gorgeous.
I got you. Well, you have a thing for redheads, though.
I know.
Yeah. Anyway,
Stop shaking your head over there, Jason.
guys, thank you for coming out.
Yeah, thanks. Can I put the web address?
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
there?
go
Definitely
ahead, dude.
plug
Go
the
ahead. Do your
website.
thing. Do your
It's
thing.
bloodyhero.net, and there's information. Submissions are currently open. We're getting submissions from around the world, and we do have Arizona filmmaker and student filmmaker categories. We give kind of special
Okay.
consideration to
Okay.
that.
Very cool.
And screenplay. It's a screenplay competition as well.
Okay,
Oh,
very
awesome.
cool.
So,
Very
And,
cool. And that's February 8th through the 10th.
February 8th through the 10th at Phoenix Center for the Art, just south of McDowell on
And
3rd.
when does everything have to be submitted by?
The final kind of late
Mhm.
deadline is December 15th.
December 15th? Okay, and that's at bloodyhero.net?
Yeah, and we've got a really cool sculpted award that Midnight Studios.
Midnight, okay.
Sculpted, and so that'll be our kind of our Oscar award.
The Oscar. Yeah, it'll be the statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
good stuff.
okay, yeah.
That's good stuff.
So thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah, no problem, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming
and,
out. We appreciate it.
As far as everything else is concerned, we will go ahead and try and make sure we put a link on the website,
great.
on
For sure.
our Facebook page, just to kind of let people know a little more about it, so how to find it in case they, don't write down the web address and forget it before the show's over.
And I'll probably say it 3 or 4 more times too, guys.
Thanks.
just for you. So, yeah. Thank you guys for coming out. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right.
Okay, so another Arizona film and
Yes.
screenplay competition coming out to you. That's
Which
always
is awesome. It seems
is.
like it's really kind of growing out here, and that's
I think
amazing.
it has. You got the Phoenix Film Festival. We've got the stuff we do at the Phoenix Comic Con
Oh yeah.
with all of that, and we've got our own little festivals and everything else going.
Not
and
to mention, like, even I guess besides plugging Rapture Horror Expo, we also should plug Phoenix FearCon, which does have like short competitions. They have features, all of that kind of stuff also.
yeah,
So, and that is happening next Friday.
is that next Friday?
Yeah.
Saturday?
Oh, is it next Saturday?
Th-
Sorry.
Thank you, Peanut Gallery. We appreciate. We appreciate.
Even though you're wearing a Skyline hat, we still appreciate it.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about that.
One of the worst movies, like with a big budget, I have ever seen in my life. Horrible film.
Wouldn't disagree. Love it.
And I
Love
love
it.
Donald Faison too. Like that guy, he always just kind of puts a smile on my face. Like I liked him in Clueless. I liked him in Scrubs. I don't necessarily like his new show on TV Land, but that's another story. I still like him in it.
What's he doing now on TV Land?
Some horrible show, because you know how they always get like a bunch of like famous sitcom stars, and then
Yeah.
they give them new shows on TV Land.
Yeah,
It's
that's
got
their new
him,
thing.
What's her name from Third Rock from the Sun?
The sister,
Yeah.
the big tall,
Mhm.
scary. Yeah, the scary girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in it, and Wayne Knight, who was also on Third
Dude,
Rock
you know
from
what?
the
She
Sun
kind of
and
looks like
Seinfeld.
China.
No.
Yeah, dude, she does.
She looks more feminine than China, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, but I look more
She
feminine than
looks
China.
like if China was a woman.
Oh, if China was a woman.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ouch. Okay, and who else is in it? Sorry,
Uh,
I glossed over that.
Wayne Knight from Seinfeld and Third Rock from the Sun. The fat guy. The one in
Oh,
Jurassic
yeah,
Park.
the one in Jurassic Park
Yeah.
that essentially. How does that work, dude? Honestly, like you've got hundreds of dinosaurs, and your only way for security is this one fat guy in front of a computer, and then the guy with the gun.
No, Sam Jackson was also in front of a computer.
Was he? What was he doing?
Yeah.
I thought he just did like
I don't know, maybe shouting motherfucker to people.
right. Was he
That
was he
makes sense.
complaining? Yeah. Was he complaining about the goddamn dinosaurs on the motherfucking
He might have
island?
been.
Is that what it was? Okay. Anyway. So we've still got like looks like 12 minutes left here, dude.
Yep.
What do you want to talk about? You
Well,
tell me.
Let's talk about this. Since we did get some news
We got news.
about our short film Lepus, we had to push back the schedule
That's
just
right.
a little bit
That's
because of our lead actor, Tyler Gallant,
Yes,
has actually been cast in the sequel to The Hunger Games, Catching Fire,
that's right. And he was also cast in
as an extra in Hangover 3.
as was.
Jai Yune, who is
Jai was
also
too.
going
That's
to be
right.
playing Ruth in our short film.
That's right. So it
So-
looks like we got kind of lucky with Tyler here.
Yeah, we definitely did, and
yeah.
I'm really excited for him. I wanted to make sure that we kind of gave him a quick little shout out on the show and let it, everybody know that Tyler is definitely going to be somebody to watch.
Oh, for sure.
Which means that you need to watch our short film when it comes out.
Right, exactly. And
Yeah.
Randy's here too for us today.
Yes.
Ran-
Randy,
Ran-
would you like to come up here and talk about your role that's going to be in Lepus? You're more than welcome to stop. Up
Yeah,
here for
come
a moment.
on. Come
We got
on.
a
Don't
few
be
minutes
shy.
left.
Don't be shy.
You're here.
Well, and remember, as Bill said, yeah, we wrote the role for you, bud. So
I saw that
The-
last part.
yeah, that was all for you.
The moment that we actually sat down and we started writing that scene, the first person that we thought of was we should get Randy for this.
It's true. I swear.
You know,
That is
I
actually
don't
true.
even know that you even knew that I acted at
Yeah.
that point.
we didn't
No.
care.
Yeah, we didn't care. We were going to throw you in it anyway. Come on, dude. I'm going to
Hey,
be in the movie.
My nieces
Like-
and nephews, I mean, they want to break into that kind of stuff. They all like performing and everything, but they've never done anything before either. Oh, I
Yeah.
turned it on.
Okay, we're good. All right.
So, you know, I mean, it's just one of those things. Like we were basically just going to do friends and family in this thing, and so we
That was the
thought,
original thought.
Let's get Randy for
Yeah.
the coroner because he would be hilarious.
Yeah, the biggest
Cool.
problem was we realized that we didn't have enough friends and family members for the for the scope of what we were
I
doing.
don't know why we ended up putting so many people in our short film. I think the feature we wrote had less speaking parts.
It actually does. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the feature has less speaking parts than the 15-minute short film that we'll be shooting in November. Yeah, that's so fucked up. But yeah,
That's
it's,
okay.
it's good stuff. But no, Randy's going to be playing the coroner for us with his own little flair.
Whose
to
wife
it.
looks like Kurtwood Smith.
Because that's
Exactly.
normal,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that your dream?
No,
Not really.
no, I can't even pretend there, dude.
I mean,
I can't.
I've dated girls with 5 heads before, but I don't think I'd ever go that far back.
Right?
Yeah.
Not even a redhead.
No.
What if
No,
she?
'cause
What
that-
if she was an Asian redhead?
She would, you know, if she had if she had like a 5 head, if she had some ridges on the front and made her look like a Klingon, I could probably get past it. But
Yeah, but then that's interspecies erotica, dude, and that's just not. That's not okay.
I don't know.
No, dude.
Oh,
no.
come on. The girl that played Torres on Star Trek Voyager, as much as I hated that show, I thought she was hotter as a Klingon than when she had the makeup on. I know that's
There's
really
something
messed up
wrong
to
with
listen
you.
to,
Like intrinsically wrong with you. But no, Randy, what else are you working on right now?
Just finished another short, Case 109 with Right Brain Pictures,
Mhm.
Okay.
which is a psychological thriller
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
Is it short, or is it going to be like a
Like-
long form short?
Approximately 13-minute short.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Okay.
and that
And-
is acting-wise, that is it currently.
Okay. Okay.
Until we get started.
That's
right-
it.
that's
you,
right.
got, you got my focus.
There we go. There we go. That's
Absolutely.
what we like to hear. Keep
Yeah.
it that way.
And
yeah.
we cannot
and,
wait,
and
like-
trilogy as it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
the trilogy. That's right.
And your,
That's
your
right.
part will most likely be expanded in the next 2.
It will be
Or-
actually.
Awesome.
We've already
Right.
started discussing scope for those,
Yeah.
and
Great.
it's going to be fun.
So I wasn't
The-
sure had you written those yet or not.
No.
We
well-
actually wanted to wait until we had the cast in place, figure out like who we had, what their strengths were, and then we had the stories in mind as far as what we wanted to do, but we didn't know what we were going to do with each character individually.
Exactly.
And so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Now that we know who's playing everybody, what we can do with them in the future, and even some of the people who we didn't cast, we want to write roles for in the next one.
Exactly. Yeah, because we had a good
Sounds
turnout.
like a web series in the works.
Right?
I-
Could be.
I-
Well, we've got
No,
distribution
I
for
don't
the
know
DVD.
that Tyler would necessarily lock into that.
Yeah, that's
but-
true. That's true. But no, we've got. Actually, I think Dave, you told us yesterday that we've got multiple distribution for this thing, right? Yeah, multiple distribution. It's going to be great. It's going to be A+ work on the Scream Machine DVD. But at this point, dude, I think we can wrap up today.
Yeah.
Thank Randy for
Sure.
popping in for a couple
Absolutely.
minutes. It's always fun. And
Yeah, we definitely love Randy, and we appreciate the fact that he was willing to
Work
play
for
the
free.
corner for us.
yeah, and work for free.
Yeah.
That's definitely true too.
Yeah.
Definitely true too, because that's
Not-
always the hardest thing.
Not just that, but I mean, your audition just blew us out, blew the whole thing out.
It's definitely
It was
one that I've actually
amazing.
gone back
It
and
was
watched
so
multiple times.
funny.
Great. I have to see it myself.
You didn't,
I've heard.
You didn't bring your camera.
I
with
did
you,
not
you?
bring my
That's
camera
right.
today. We
Yeah.
have it on the hard drive,
Yeah.
but I did
Great.
not bring it because I'm an
Okay.
idiot. And yeah, we'll go with that. But once again, we want to thank our guests for coming out
Yes.
today. We want to thank the guys at bloodyhero.net, the Rapture Horror Expo, that was kind enough to let us come out today and record here, both ourselves and then our Abnormal Entertainment cohorts, the Atomic Fallout Society.
Also, a shout out to KB for definitely letting us come and do this.
Definitely.
And for being on the show last week and
That's right.
and really kind of letting everybody know what was going on here.
Exactly.
As far as the other plugs, obviously don't forget to go to our website and click on our sponsors.
Yes, click on our sponsors. We've got, was it Stylin Online? And Tony, need your help here, bud. Thank you, entertainmentearth.com. But remember, guys, go to the Blogspot page to click on the link so that we get credit for it.
Yes.
That I'm going to shamelessly beg. It's
We want your money.
That's right. But no, it's abnormalentertainment.com. You can find all of our podcasts under the umbrella. You've got us, and then you've got the Atomic Fallout Society. Got, what is it? The sports show, Tony, once again.
How about Raise Your Spirits with
Raise Your Spirits with Cam and Kev.
Yes.
That's right. We'll do that
talk
one.
about that one.
Tony and the
Yeah.
Lion. That's right. That's the sports show. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you're here. Since I don't have internet access, I can't look this shit up.
And then the other thing too is make sure you go to our Facebook pages.
That's right. We've got us at it's the Gorram Nerd Hour. Don't forget to put in the, or else you can't find it. We learned that one today.
Facebook.com/the Gorram Nerd Hour, Facebook.com/Robot Vampire Productions, and Facebook.com/the Christos Saga.
And I think maybe next week we'll tell them where the robot vampire thing came from. And Tony's
Yes.
sitting down. I'm
and one
scared.
other quick thing, just real quick too, because
Yeah.
we have not actually talked about this.
What's that?
The music that we use for our intro and outro.
Oh, the music that we use. Yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about that. I totally
Yeah.
stole that from
Kirby Crackle.
Kirby Crackle, one
who
of our
is one
favorite
of the,
bands.
The great little nerd bands that tours around to a lot of the cons and everything, and does themed music for all sorts of like comic book, video game stuff. They're a lot of fun, really nice guys.
Tony, why are you sitting here? What do
He
you?
just loves
What,
to be on camera.
is that what it is? Yeah, you're a fucking attention whore.
This is like the special guest
I know, right? Like he's gonna talk and he's gonna. Oh, he turned
I'll
it on.
talk
this
when
time.
I want to.
You talk when you want to? Yeah,
Yeah.
we know. Anyways, guys, once again, it's abnormalentertainment.com. We've got atomicfalloutsociety.blogspot.com, the Gorram Nerd Hour, or gorramnerdhour.blogspot.com. Then also the WordPress page where Jacob gives you extra reviews on different movies.
RobotVampireProductions.wordpress.com.
That's right. And with that, guys, I think we're going to sign off. You know what, Tony? Why don't you take us out today?
On behalf of Abnormal Entertainment and the Atomic Fallout Society, Jacob O'Neill, Brian Smith.
We're not the Atomic Fallout Society.
No.
But
The Gorram Nerd Hour
Thank you.
signs off.
Thank you, Tony.